Next on Worcester News tonight, a former Worcester County inmate charged with assault and battery on a corrections officer faces a judge today. Plus, new statistics from the Worcester Police Department. The city did not report a shooting death for the first time in 25 years. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. A former inmate at the Worcester County House of Corrections faces a judge Thursday. Christian Colon is charged with assault and battery on a corrections officer, and now video of the incident he posted on Facebook is getting a lot of attention. Our Rosalind Flaherty joins us live now with the details. Rosalind?
Olivia, this all started when the inmate wanted to make a phone call, but the officers told him he needed to wait. The inmate says he was mistreated, but the jail says they did their jobs correctly. Christian Colon appears in court for an assault and battery charge on a corrections officer at the Worcester County Jail. The former inmate says he remembers the incident much differently.
I didn't attack the officer in any means. I didn't show any aggressions towards the officer. And on top of that, there was 3 officers to 1 inmate.
Colon released this surveillance video from last June on social media. It shows him standing inside the jail facing 3 corrections officers. At this point, the officers say Colon was refusing to go back in his cell. The video shows them taking him to the ground and a physical altercation follows.
In my opinion, it was disgusting. It's something that nobody should go through, whether they're guilty, not guilty.
Superintendent David Tuttle says what you don't see on the video is Colon biting an officer and spitting at them.
That's why they're struggling with him. He's resisting being handcuffed. He's not following orders to stop.
Colon says he was compliant and never bit the officer, but says he should have a right to defend himself.
At that time, it's not restraining. It's defensive mechanism where I have to protect my head.
Meanwhile, Tuttle says the sheriff's office has reviewed the incident and they are confident the officers acted correctly. He says it wasn't the first time they had problems with Colon.
Mr. Colon was biting them. He was causing harm to them. He was spitting on them, and that's why they had to do what they did.
Now, Colon says he didn't even know he was charged until he was pulled over earlier this year. The sheriff's office tells us they did file the charges right after the incident happened. The 2 sides will be back in court next month. Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
A Worcester woman charged with defrauding the government of nearly $300,000 in a cash for food stamp scheme is sentenced to federal prison. According to the Telegram, Esther is the owner of Esther's Fashion Paradise on Main Street. Admitted to participating in a scheme happening in the city for years. It involves retailers swapping cash for supplemental nutrition assistance program benefits. Was sentenced to 8 months in federal prison. In Worcester, a car fire shuts down all lanes of traffic on Route 146 southbound for a portion of the morning at the Millbury line. No word yet on what caused the crash, but as you can see here, the car was left completely destroyed by flames. All lanes of traffic are now back open. New training and tactics have helped the city of Worcester decrease crime and homicides. According to the Worcester Police Department, 2017 was the first year in more than 2 decades without any fatal shootings. Our Chandler Walsh joins us live now with the details. Chandler?
Olivia, the police department says there were 5 homicides in 2017, but none were gun-related, and the number of shootings has been on a steady decline the past several years.
Worcester reported no shooting deaths in all of 2017. It's something the police department hasn't been able to say for a long time.
I think that's outstanding to say that for a city our size. I mean, you look at other comparable cities just in New England alone, and they can't say that.
There were 24 shootings in the city with 25 victims last year, but no fatalities. Sergeant Carrie Hazelhurst says the department has success with a mix of old school and modern day policing. They maintain a significant presence in the community and also use technology like their real-time crime center connected to about 1,000 cameras citywide.
You just have the technology today is just an enormous assist. But then the old school policing is on NRT officers going to the Crime Watch meetings and listen to the people.
Michelle Flegel remembers her experience living in Worcester decades ago.
You'd open the window and we go, the sweet music of summertime, there's a drive-by.
And since moving back, she says she's noticed all the difference.
You see mounted cops, you see bike cops, you see cops with all of the construction. That never used to happen. It's so wonderful.
Ryan Fitzpatrick says no shooting deaths in the city gives him hope for his kids.
Hopefully the kids will be safer and, don't have to worry about anything, and you still have to be cautious, of course, but, I think it's hopefully a step in the right direction.
Hazelhurst also credits the gang unit's work preventing youth violence in gang camps and says the department is always reinventing itself to keep shootings and other crimes down. Olivia?
Our Chandler Walsh reporting for us tonight. Thank you, Chandler. A shakeup in the race for governor here in Massachusetts. Democrat Seti Warren is dropping out. The former Newton mayor making the announcement today. Some Democrats considered Warren the party's best chance to unseat Republican Governor Charlie Baker. Warren says he wasn't able to raise enough money to stay competitive with Baker. No word yet on what he plans to do next. The Citizens of Color World War II Honor Roll will remain in Lincoln Square after efforts to relocate it. The monument was dedicated 4 months ago. It had been lost for 58 years. Some residents had filed a petition to move the monument to the former Laurel Clayton neighborhood. The city council voted to keep the monument in the Lincoln Square. Meanwhile, there is still an effort to add missing names to the monument. Veterans Inc. holds a ceremony Wednesday thanking their volunteers for their more than 5,000 hours of community service over the past year. Dozens of volunteers were in attendance. Veterans Inc. supports close to 6,000 veterans a year with their programs, and they say they couldn't do it alone. 4 different awards were given out to volunteers who went above and beyond. However, the organization says it wasn't easy narrowing it down.
Tough, it's like, how do you pick the best among a group of all of whom are best? But we do want to recognize certain people for the above and beyond extent that they went for us.
Without our volunteers in the community, we could not do the jobs we do.
And during this ceremony, Wormtown Brewery presented a check of more than $8,700 to Veterans Inc. It's part of the Black Ale Project, a craft beer initiative to raise money and awareness on behalf of U.S. war veterans. Well, today is National Pretzel Day, and for one Central Massachusetts pretzel company, it also marks their 5th anniversary. Wicked Twisted Pretzel says even though they ship across the country, their Grafton location is a perfect fit. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us live now with more. Brittany?
Olivia, the owners say they opened shop to fill a void in New England, and now every year since then, they've been getting more and more busy. April 26th is a big day for Wicked Twisted Pretzels. It's National Pretzel Day, and it marks the company's 5th year.
The state health inspector came in and did our paperwork, and it was official on Pretzel Day. Purely coincidental, but felt like fate.
The Grafton-based company now ships the snack across the country and is the largest soft pretzel manufacturer in New England. Co-owner Sean Briggs says they wouldn't want to be anywhere other than Central Massachusetts.
We love it here. I mean, we're from here. I live in Sutton. Josh lives in Grafton. The business is in Grafton. Our parents still live in the area. My wife's family is from the area. So, I mean, it was a natural fit.
And Briggs says local businesses who sell their pretzels, like Wormtown Brewery, make all the difference.
They're key to our success. They give us great credibility. They're making very high quality product, and they want to serve a high quality product with it, and beer and pretzels are a perfect match. So it's a very calculated thing to be a part of the breweries because they've been such good partners.
One of our slogans is a piece of mass in every glass. So the fact that Wicked Twisted Pretzels is local, they seemed like a really natural choice to have as a snack here.
To celebrate, Wormtown is offering free pretzels with Beer Thursday.
It's like a bar snack. Soft pretzels seemed like a really good pairing for pretty much any beer we have on draft.
They're really good. It's awesome. The pretzels are great. Happy National Pretzel Day.
Wicked Twisted Pretzels will be at Wormtown Brewery from 6 until 7:30 p.m. tonight doing a live pretzel twisting demonstration.